Is Friday, December 15th, and I have taken two trades today. I scratched both of them, and I feel like I should be done right now because, yeah, it's Fridays. Typically Friday is my worst trading day, and the days that I've lost tons of money, it's almost always been on a Friday. So I think today I'll just take those two scratch trades and call it a day and start fresh next week. So let me show you exactly what I did do today, and I'll start with the gold trade. This morning on gold, I had um, I had noticed that gold was trading up here in the 2038 range, 2040 range, something like that. And I looked for nearby pivots, and I found on the daily, I found this one here where price had come up, pulled back, and then shot up. So that line was 2036 and a quarter, and I marked that with a gold line. The other one I saw here was 20, 28.50 on a retracement down. That was a pivot level on a retracement down. So let me mark that one too, because these lines are kind of important in terms of what just happened. Okay, so basically what we had here is 8:30 news, and with the 8:30 news, the price punched through that. Let's see here. I got that wrong here. 28, 28. Oh, I didn't universalize it. Okay, there we go. Did I do that one too? Yeah, that was done. Okay, so basically what happened here is that price came shooting down off the 8:30 news, and it headed straight for that pivot line. I mean, straight for it. And just to give you a sense of the power of these pivot lines, um, look what happened when gold reached that pivot line right here. Basically, wick below it, kept the body above. The very next candle, wick below it, body above, but a green candle. This is a 5-minute chart, and then headed right back up to where the very next pivot. That one right there. It got up there, and I one of the things I didn't I had seen this, but I had not remembered about it, and it was that the 4-hour chart had an 8 EMA right here at 2033. So that line, very important line, the 8 EMA on a 4-hour, I think that's a really important line. So right here at 2033, okay, that was the 8 EMA at the time. So I'm looking at this going, okay, well, if this pivot line was so strong, maybe this pivot line will be strong and will push it back down again. So I also have the 20 EMA on the 5 in supporting myself here. I also have, a 200 and a VWAP above. So I thought that was a pretty good trade. However, I'd forgotten about the 8 EMA on 4-hour. So I waited for a couple of red bars to complete, and then I went short. And as soon as I went short, price went up. Because basically what it was doing is it was double bottoming off the 8 EMA on the 4-hour. So it double bottomed off this a couple of times. Once. Double bottomed. I was looking for a double top against this pivot, but the chart was telling me you're double bottoming off the 8. So basically it went up, and then it just kind of went sideways because these lines had about equal strength basically. But I was short here, so I was kind of sweating because it just wouldn't. It would dip down under, then it would come back. It would dip down under, it would come back. It would dip down under, it would come back. And every time I dipped down under, I'm thinking, oh, great, it's going to go. But then I kept forgetting about this 4-hour 8 EMA. So basically, what happened is that 4-hour 8 EMA held it up, even though these pivots and this 5-minute 20 was strong to hold it down for a while. Eventually, it popped through. But I had gotten out somewhere around here because I was just wasn't feeling it. Like I just wasn't seeing the progress I needed. I held the trade for quite some time, but finally, eventually, I just got out flat. So that was trade number one. So lesson there is keep track of these slower time frames always, and know where your EMAs are, especially your 8. That's super powerful. Okay, so on the next one was GJ, and on GJ, same kind of thing happened. I saw a really strong push down, okay, and I wanted to get a continuation trade on that. I saw that there was this. Let's see, there was a pivot on this one too that I was trying to pay attention to. Let's see, the 1 hour pivot. Okay, so yeah, okay, so here's the pivot on the 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour pivot is here. You find a push down and a bounce, a breakthrough, a back test of that same exact level, and a continuation. So that I knew that that would be a strong pivot if price ever got back down to it. So I wanted to short above there, but I knew that I could probably get it all the way down to that pivot. Okay, so I'm looking at the 5 minute. Oh, 1 second here. Go back to this chart. Has the 5 minute. Yeah, 5 and the 1. Okay, so basically, I waited for a bounce, but you know what? For some reason I didn't do the double top, and I just got in way too early. Like I got in right about here after this first red. I think I had FOMO or something. There was this first red candle after this green candle, but this green candle is really strong. So it made no sense at all to get short after this red candle. I need to have waited at least for one more top here and to get short in here. So the smart way of doing this would have been to wait for this one at 10:05, and that's right here. And then even better, this is 10:05 right there. And then even better would have been to wait for one more tap in to the moving averages, the 5 minute moving averages. But anyway, it did go, but basically the same thing happened. I got in early on this one. This one did not have resistance on the slower time frames. Like if you go to the 4 hour, the EMA was above where I was shorting, so that was good. And the 1 hour EMAs were above where I was trying to short, so that was good. And obviously the daily EMAs were above, so everything was like clear sailing except for that 1 hour pivot. And my mistake was just getting in too early, so I got in over here. It kind of went halfway to stopping me out. Okay, I held on. I came down here. It started going in my favor, and then it kind of popped up again, and that's when I got out. Like there was just too much stress, you know. But if I'd waited until this point to even to get in, okay, I'm sure I would have been able to handle that one. Would have been a fresh trade to me. I would have been able to handle this little pop, and it went straight down to target, which is right here at that 1 hour pivot. So next time, what I need to do is I need to wait for double greens and then a red, and then even then maybe wait for a tap in to the EMAs and then take it. Maybe take it at the same level, but just wait for the last tap to the EMAs. So I don't know, but if I had or hadn't done that last tap to the EMAs, either way, I would have. I know I would have been able to handle this little pop because I had a 20 tick stop, which was up here, would have been up here, 17 to 37. So that would have been fine, and then I would have hit target down here. So basically, long story short, I did 2 trades, both scratch trades. Let's see, I made 45 on one, 69 on the other. So basically, the lesson for today is don't short into the 4 hour 8 EMA and wait for a double top, or at least a pair of, if you're shorting, wait for at least one pair of green candles on the 5 minute and then a red before getting in, because I knew exactly what was going to happen. I just got in early and I got like wicked out a little bit, and that's all that really happened. It's like, no, I know what's going to happen, but I don't know when, and so I'm too eager, and I got FOMO and need to get in early, and then I get wicked out, and the whole thing. So yeah, it's kind of frustrating acting like a rookie when I'm not a rookie, but I'm acting like a rookie. So anyway, that's it for now. I will see you on the next one.